How would you like to combine spiritual growth with healing? You can. Hi, I'm Philip Montrose. My wife Jane and I, we help people step up, tap into the heart of success with holistic healing and coaching. And I want to talk to you a little bit about spiritual kinesiology today. The title of a book we have on Amazon, Spiritual Kinesiology, Magic in Minutes. And it combines spiritual growth with healing. How did we discover this? Well, in the 1990s, we went to a conference on hypnotherapy. A man, Carl Carpenter, was doing something called hypnokinesiology. We found this amazing. It was tremendously effective using muscle testing and, in his case, saying affirmations. And people had tremendous transformations and healings in all different areas. And at that time, we were already holistic practitioners, and something we were using was soul centering, connecting with our deeper truth, the inner vision, the inner wisdom that we all have. And we said, well, let's use that with this process, and it became spiritual kinesiology, connecting with your inner wisdom, your soul, your higher awareness, your intuition, for healing. And I remember demonstrating spiritual kinesiology at a conference years later, and I didn't know if it could work because it was a demonstration on this particular person. I knew the process was very powerful and usually worked, but there's no guarantees, of course. A person volunteered for the demonstration in the audience, came up, said, well, how can I help you? And she said, well, 7 years ago I was in I formed a spiritual business, an alliance with my best friend. And it turns out after a while I learned that she was embezzling from the business. She was stealing from me. And that was 7 years ago. And she still felt terrible from this relationship, this former relationship with her best friend in the ruined business. And she was a meditator. She meditated every day. So I'm thinking, as the practitioner who's going to demonstrate now spiritual kinesiology, gee, in a few minutes, can I help her? She's been meditating for 7 years. I'm sure she's tried all kinds of things. Help her clear this process. Well, we started the process, and I'll show it to you in a moment in this short video. And within a few minutes, she started to shift dramatically with one round of reframing and anchoring, as we call it, with the soul, spiritual kinesiology. Reframing your soul's energy, seeing it from a different perspective. And suddenly she had a lot of compassion for her friend. She started going from feeling betrayed to feeling much more accepting and peaceful. And by 2 rounds, she felt good. She had forgiven her friend. You have to be in a really open, accepting state to forgive someone, by the way. And the process worked. She felt clear after 7 years of, quote, meditating on it. So it can be very powerful, spiritual kinesiology, reframing and anchoring from the soul, as it's called. It can start with muscle testing, kinesiology. It doesn't have to. That's an optional step in this process. And there's many ways to do it, and we talk about it in the book, in the Magic in Minutes Spiritual Kinesiology book. And you can do it with muscles, and you may know that, and self-test yourself with muscles. Or you can simply do leaning forward. If it's a yes, you're interested, leaning away if you're not. So if you're testing an issue, a substance, it could be a physical substance or an idea, and you lean away, you are weakened by it, you're repelled by it. If you lean forward, you are strengthened by it. So that would be where you start. And let me show you the other simple steps of the reframing and anchoring, and I'll sit down for this. So here's how you do the reframing and anchoring part of the process of spiritual kinesiology. After the muscle testing, which is optional, which could be that standing, going forward or backwards, as I described, that is optional. You do need a specific issue, as in the lady's case, a specific time that she was betrayed by her friend. Something specifically that stresses you out, not just general, I'm angry about everything. Real specific, it might generalize out afterwards. Find the specific. Number 2, measure it. It's called a SUDS level, standard units of distress. A self-reporting 10 very high, like in the lady's case, and 1 very low. 3, you anchor the issue, the stressor, the negativity, By that, it's, in this case, the way we're doing it is going to touch a part of our body because just out of convenience, I'm going to touch my thigh area, and that's the anchor. And then I clear my mind. I give myself a message to clear my mind and remove my hand. The next step is to connect with the soul's energy. That could be something you do in meditation. We have a description of how to connect with the soul in our ebook, our book that I mentioned. And you may want to just connect with nature, something energizing and peaceful, uplifting. You have that image, that energy, that sense, that state. It can happen very quickly, by the way. You get connected with it, and then you touch your hand on the other thigh area, the other side for the anchor. Okay, and then you remove your hand. Next part, just put hands back on both thighs or both anchors, both connections, references. Remove the negative anchor, the hand with the first one, and then just hang out with your energy, your shift, see what happens, and remove your other hand. And you may get some insights, you may get some messages, you may feel different too, quite possibly. And that's it, one round of the reframing and anchoring with the soul's energy. And then you measure, you go back and see if the numbers have shifted, as in the case with the lady in the stories, went from 10 to 3, and then one more round, and then removing the negative one, a second round, and it was down to 0. It may take a few rounds and things may emerge. Very powerful, simple, easy to do. So if you'd like to have more healing from your soul, learning how to do it, combining spiritual growth with healing, check out our book on Amazon, our Kindle book, Spiritual Kinesiology, Magic in Minutes. And you will find out how to do that, fulfillment, living your life purpose, some powerful practices to do daily, and more.